What's up guys, this is Saiyan here coming at you with another unboxing video, and this is another very special one. This is an unopened booster box of Gundam War card game by Bandai, Binding Fate, Series 3, the third and last English translated English release set. And I'm gonna rip this box open. Kind of takes me back to those days when I used to open those Dragon Ball boxes. So I got the trusty scissors, I got the trusty Piccolo playmat, and let's just get on to this. So Binding Fate, set 3, it's got a bunch of ultra rares. That's what we're going to look for. I'm expecting 2 ultra rares in the box, which is obviously not a huge amount, and I'm really hoping to get the BLon, the ultra rare BLon, because I have a black deck that I enjoy running, and I need the quick unit for it. There's a couple of rares I don't have any copies of, but there's a bunch of rares here that I have playsets of already. If it all goes well, I might be able to save a booster or 2. That would be great too. But we gotta do what we gotta do with these boxes, and you know what that means when you're watching my channel. Interesting thing that this box is actually a little bit shorter than the Dragon Ball boxes. I've actually measured them up, and I'm also expecting not like a huge amount of boosters in here, but this is it. We're opening it. I'm super excited. I need to take this in for a second. I've never seen any boosters for Binding Fate. That's just so cool. That's amazing. Well, we have 12 boosters. Wow, I was not expecting 12 boosters. That's definitely not a huge amount. Okay, well, here goes nothing. Okay, I don't even know how to, cause okay, yeah, exactly the same booster design as it is for Dragon Ball CCG, and I can tell you for a fact that these don't open well. So yeah, you see, that's the problem. It's just a fucking ridiculous design. Okay, we're into the first one. Oh man, you know what? They smell like Versus System. Oh my fucking god! I cannot believe that the first score we pull is a political privilege. So, like, literally 5 rares that don't have any of the political privilege is like, that was the second one on my priority list right after the Ultra Rare BLon. So, oh man! Oh, this is amazing. And they smell so good. Jeez. They really smell good. Can't believe it, man. Political privilege. It's a draw to discard one with prevent 3. You can play it once you have 3 generators in play. You need one of them to be blue. And wow. Oh man, this is an amazing start. An absolutely amazing start. I'm just pumped already. So we know that the first card is a rare, and then we know it's followed by a generation. 2 generations, wow. 3 generations. Holy crap, what are they thinking? Who the heck needs 3 generations in a booster? Oh man, that's out of 8 cards. Out of 8 cards to have 3 generations. That's oh wait, no, hold on. Okay, so that they're like additional ones. Okay, so you get these anyway. Jeez, I was getting really worked up there. Okay, we got a Kyrasu, really good pilot. Um, just basically a fairly early come down. 1/1/2 with the quick is really cool. When it defends, you get another health, and obviously, it's just a really cool card. Robert Gomez, okay for a battleship geared deck for blue. That battleship booster of +1/+1/+1 is actually really cool. Ortega's Dom is, I actually really like this card. I run it in my green deck. Quick assault and that 2/2/2 stats is it's actually a really good shooting unit for green. And we have a foil Kyrasus Jigen, and that is mind blowing as well. I mean, this pack, look at that. Kyrasus Jigen is like probably the best draw engine for blue. Every time you send up Kyrasus Jigen to battle, you just draw a card, which is really cool. And I run this in my blue deck, and having I think this is my first foil. Uh, Super happy, and these cards, they are so, man, they smell so good. I know it might be a weird thing for some of you, but they have exactly the same slippery layer as the versus system cards, and they smell exactly the same. So if I had to hazard a guess, same factory. We then get a Godwin, which is a really good sort of aggro card for brown. It's a neat little card. I actually run it in my aggro build. So we actually got we actually got 3 uncommons because our foil is an uncommon as well. So this pack has already done way above expectations. We have a an Oliver Inoue. I know. I don't know really. It's not particularly a good card. Get him though, or get him. Really good card. The quick is really cool. The fact that it's basically a first turn play, and your unit can be a +2 attack on that first turn, or just give your battleship another extra health. So he's versatile. He's quick. It's a good card for green for sure. We got a mobile rib, and we also have Get him Zaku. So we got Kyrasu with Kyrasus Jigen, and we got Get him with Get him Zaku as well. Karim Zaku, I think, is a very decent card. Definitely, if we ever had the chance to do like drafts, it's an immediate inclusion for me. Um, just a good card, really. So this is pack one. Pack one, I think we knocked it out of the park here with the foil Kyrasus Jig and I can't believe the political privilege. That's mind blowing. Let's stick to that side. I'm going in on this side, so to me that's the left if I'm looking at it. So that's what we're going to go down. And now we know that the rare is the first one. The rare is the first one. And so we need to approach from the back. Get this open. Okay. So we should start with commons. Or a super rare Sasami. Fucking hell. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. So the Super Rare Suzabi was another one of those cards that I was like, okay, if that's in the box, I'm gonna be absolutely over the moon. Because I mean, just look at this card, and it's the gold plated version as well. So, but this card, Jesus Christ! So you can ramp in red. It's a 5/5, prevent 3 Psycho Mewtwo, and it comes into play in reroll status. You can get this card out probably um, not every game, but when you run Suzabi, you want to ramp anyway. Um, I can't believe that it's the last card as well. Like, how? What's the order here? How is this? Man. Oh, man. God, Suzabi. Okay, well, we got commons, or at least I thought we are gonna have commons. So we got another copy of Gadim. Still a good card. Another copy of Mobile. Okay, this is eerily familiar to the previous one. Gadim Zaku again. Okay, we got a 5th Luna. Really good for the colony drop deck. We have Howard. Oh, okay. We haven't seen a white color card yet. Howard is another really cool card. Basically, can re-roll your unique cards that come into play. You can put them on, obviously, well, any of the battleships to give them +1 health. But yeah, just basically tap it and untap your units that come into play. Our first uncommon, we have a Ralphie Zenoa. Nothing much to be said actually about this card. It's not like the best uncommon. We have an unexpected fighting power. Again, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't like okay, it turns your generators into units. That's what it does. Probably not the greatest card for that. And we have a Brilliance of the Warrior. Again, a fairly lackluster black operation. Okay, so we have, so this particular set has also the 2 dual special generators that we got for the game. They're good, but it's really important to remember that you can only use them as double color during your turn, and you gotta pay 1 for it. So these during your opponent's turn, they're just gonna be a blank purple generator. It's only gonna count to the total generator power. They're still cool though. We have a green Principality of Xeon one, and we have a brown Donna Counter supporter, and our rare. And if this was another political privilege, it's a Reinhorse Jr. Okay, so yeah, I definitely have the playsets of this card. So this is up for trade. If you guys are interested, I have a Reinhorse Jr. I think I have 2 Reinhorse Juniors actually that are tradable. But God, look at that Suzabi. Holy crap! And the political privilege. I mean, and it's pack 2. Okay, now this is probably where the downer starts to kick in, but I'm not giving up fate. We're gonna hit that BLon. You guys might be thinking, this guy is absolutely nuts. He just pulled a Suzabi and he's still talking about that bloody BLon. But that BLon is a cool card if you want to do something with black. Okay, so surely this is not gonna be a super rare. Okay, we got a Sheetarn. Actually, this is a really cool unit for black. Might be a bit underrated, but to be able to play a 2/2/3, yes, it can't attack, but it's got special shield 1. It's a very beefy unit for your opponent to try and get over. And the fact that you got, like, if you got 2 of these, then you're defending with basically 2 units that equate to 4. They both have 3 health. They can actually be a pretty big roadblock to your opponent when they come into play. We got the regular Jigen. I don't really understand why we got both Kyrasus Jigen and the regular Jigen in the same pack. Um, Especially because Kyrasus Jigen is just miles better. It's cool that this comes down and draws a card, but why would you ever run this if you can run Kyrasus Jigen with a pilot? You're gonna have that pilot. You're just gonna. It's just a constant value engine. Natural Gift. One of those cards that doesn't usually fit into the red decks, um, because why not just put more Psychomu units and more new types into the deck to make the Psychomu work. But really, this card is cool, but it's more of a win more card than anything else. But it can be sometimes a really good one to be able to give all your Psychomu units +2 Psychomu. I mean, that could be just game winning. Scouting. If we had another set where we would have gotten some more special generators, I would say this card would be extraordinary. Right now, it only works against the 2 purple ones, which we saw one of, and it actually also works against the quick generators, because the quick generators are accounted as special generators as well. So you can use this card on the quick generators. So it's not a completely deck card, but again, if we had like a sideboard, then it would make sense to run these. As it is, maybe not so much. We got Nadia, Rona, the only red character with the family traits. There is kind of like a very low cost red deck where you can run Nadia. What's good is that she's obviously a set-on character, so you can actually throw her on on another character. She doesn't have to just sit in the unit as a 0/0/0. But her effect isn't really good. The Denanger Denanzode, which we might see here, does become really good when she's in play, though. Oh, yes. We are just hitting gold after gold after gold after gold. So, first of all, we hit a rare foil, and this is my favorite red sort of support shooting unit, the heavy equipment type Gyaradoga. I absolutely love the art on this card. I just love that you got all these different Gyaradogas for red that you can use. There's like 4 of them, four of them, I think. And plus you got the Jack Dogas as well. And this is just such a cool, versatile card. Um, I love this card. This is my second foil, and I wasn't even thinking about pulling this, but again, this is just wow. This is really cool. Oh, geez, I'm happy about this, man. Look, we got like these 4 cards are already like way beyond my expectations, probably for this booster. And then, okay, moving on commons. I realized I put the commons onto the uncommon pile. Yeah, 5 commons here. So we got Light of Malice for black. Just destroys all character and operation cards in play. That's what black does. You really need to specifically build around that, and without a reliable draw engine, black is going to struggle to pull these things off, but it kind of can be worked around. Forcible Occupation, nobody plays it. It's not a very good card. We have Kuwat, Kuwatru, 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 Kuwatru. I don't know. Got the family trait, which is cool, but again, not really gonna be seen in many brown decks, so it is what it is. Generators. We seen the same ones as in the previous pack, actually. If we see the purple one as well. No, we got a white. Oh, hey, Derek, look at that. Amazing. Hey, now I have one for myself. I sent all the ones I had to you, brother. And our rare, well, our bonus rare is, oh, Queen Relena. Okay, cool card actually. Definitely can be built around. Um, it kind of just does what Queen Relena does. Makes all your units basically um, star +0/+0, and their effects are negated. So you can do like a actually, as weird as it sounds, it is actually probably possible to build like a white green uh, sort of mill deck where you use Queen Relena because you really just need the one white generator to bring her down. You can use Queen Relena to like control the board, um, so your opponent's not really gonna be able to swing into you with massive amounts of damage, and you just get to sort of I think about 4 green. One, so you start with 1 white, 4 green generators, and there's a bunch of stuff you can do in green where you can sacrifice units to deal direct battle damage to your opponent's deck. There's a plethora of cards that do that. You just need like a really good backup, and Queen Relane actually gives you that. And if you do run white, you can run the new cause as well, so you can actually search for operations out of your deck too. So it's totally doable. I only just thought about this right now. So yeah, Queen Relina. Actually, it's a really cool rare. I'm really happy to see it. I do have the playset, so it's not like something I wanted that bad, but it's a cool rare. Okay, this is our 4th booster, and this is gonna be a long video, guys. I'm not gonna lie. We're at 21 minutes. We're only just a quarter into the box, but the excitement already has peaked. This is amazing. Okay, if this is another ultra rare, no, it is Jones Borjarnon. Actually, a pretty cool unit for brown. Um, Again, it can be good in an offensive brown sort of aggro deck. I did. I currently run a better iteration than the one I made a deck profile of. If you haven't, then do please check it out if you're interested in it. But like, this is really cool when a character card is set on this card. This card goes to the battle area, gets +1 shooting points until the end of the turn. So with if you get John for it as well, then you get like a +3 kind of attack. These black units though, they're fucking awful. Meme those, I think meme. It should be just meme because this card is a meme really. 2/1/2 with high mobility and special shield 1 that can only go to Earth, and it's a 2/3/2 cost. Yes, I mean black wants to do high mobility. It only really has like 3 units that have high mobility with an actual striking point, and one of them is Meme Doza. But God, this unit looks chunky, and it's not good. Like the Special Shield 1, they really printed a bunch of cards in this set with Special Shield 1, but Special Shield 1 is not like really anything. So it really is a meme, Doza. Now here is a good card though. Abdul's Maganak, 2/1/2 desert, and when he goes to the battle area to attack, your opponent cannot play any command cards during the turn. So how about shutting your opponent's command tricks down? And you're already doing some nice desert warfare. Really, really good card. There is a very good desert deck in white, and even if we discount the obvious choice for that, we still have really cool cards to get in that deck. We got Quan Lee. Not a particularly good unit, character even, so let's move on. Zanscape Empire though. And then we have the Gibraltar Airspace. Again, nothing really to... neither nation's power can receive any battle damages by card effects. It's an operation. It's okay, but Blue has so many ways to defend itself. Now I think this might be the foil. Yes, Ortega's Dome, amazing. I needed a second copy for my green deck. We are just hitting gold after gold after gold. This is absolutely amazing. Ortega's Dome of foil, oh man, and it's an uncommon as well, so we still have 3 uncommons to go through, I think. But oh man, I was like, oh, I really, really, really wish to get a second Ortega's Dome in my green deck. It's going right there, right in there, right into that deck box, into the sleeve. Yes, look at that. Jeez. Okay, we got Auda. Auda gives Assault, very good. Abdul is obviously the best because he draws you cards, but Auda is really, really good as well. Assault is, well, Trample is good in Magic, Assault is good in this game. I put the commons into the uncommon pile again. Perhaps if I've done this live, people could warn me not to do it. We got a Talk one. It's an okay character. Doesn't see much play because if you got high mobility, you're most likely not really gonna come up against any opposition. But this guy stops, like, if he's on a unit with high mobility, then even if your opponent has high mobility, they can't come up against him. Zaku 2 would be an amazing card if he could go to space as well. It's cool that obviously when he goes to the junkyard you draw a card, but why not run the Fenrir Army goof? That's a better card. And we have a Neo Zeon supporter. We have the Dignitary of the Earth Federation Government purple generator. So we got basically a blue-black and a red-green generator. And they're both thematic in a way. And oh, look, 2 purple ones in this deck. And our rare is another Gyaradoga. Excellent. Love this card. But this is tradable. I will definitely take another foil though. Okay, moving on to our 5th pack. I'm very excited. We might not have anything saved at this rate. 5th pack, and start with the last card, which is an expensive experimental unit. So what you want to do with this operation is put it on your opponent's unit, and then your opponent's unit will get Auto D when the unit card this card is set on receives any damage. Give yourself the same number of battle damage, exclude any damage that exceeds the defense points of the unit card. So basically, you put this on your opponent's unit, and then every time you damage that unit, your opponent has to mill from their deck as well. It's a very cheeky card, very cool card. Unfortunately, there isn't enough in this region to make this a playable card with the 3 sets, but it's an exciting card nevertheless. Time to retreat. Basically moves the card back to its controller, stationary in the resolution step, so kind of okay. Now, Public Execution is a great card though. Public Execution is a really, really, really good card. It's way better than Assassination because of that Prevent 3. I will happily pay the 1 card cost to have a Prevent 3 card. And you are, obviously, if you're still gonna like play it, you play turn 2. I mean, your opponent needs to have 5 generators to be able to react to this. So, good, very good. Charlotte Happener, okay character, nothing really extraordinary. And here we are, as I mentioned, Denanje. This unit looks absolutely amazing, and if you have a character with the family designation in play, So again, you can either run the Nadia we've looked at here earlier, or you might want to splash another color and make this Denanje a 2/2/2, which makes it an incredibly good support unit, actually. Especially for the fact that you can get this out on turn 2 if you hit your generators. So yeah, definitely cool unit, cool little unit. Okay, is this the foil? Oh, look at that! A beautiful, 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 beautiful Virgo 2 foil. Holy shit! Oh man, this looks amazing. This looks absolutely stunning. Oh man, I didn't realize this card looks this good in foil. Um, it's an interesting unit. If you guys are interested in the mobile doll kind of deck design, then please do go ahead and check out my homeboy's deck profile at CCG Replays. Um, it's a really interesting concept, and what if the deck works, it actually works really well. But damn, this card looks good. I'm gonna put this here because this looks amazing. This card is absolutely beautiful. Alright, uncommons, we have a Buster Rifle. It's a good card. Give one of your units +2 wide range weapon. That's really good. Even just for the one turn, that can like just clear out. Oh, sorry, no, it's an operation, so you get it. So there you go, you get it permanently, even better. So Buster Rifle, really cool. We have a Fence of Wind. I don't. It's not even. It's. I don't even know how that's there. It's not even an uncommon. That's literally a common there. We have one of my favorite combat tricks because no one's expecting it. Quirk of Fate. What's really cool about this is that Special Shield doesn't even stop it, and it's not a damage. So it kind of goes around all the cards that sort of prohibit damage to your opponent's cards. Just give them -2 health, and that's it. If it kills them, then you good. Really cool card. Love this card. And we got a Titan supporter generation. We have the World State supporter, and we have a Zenscape Empire Nation, and our rare is a Mercurius. Yeah, I got a bunch of these, so I think this like every box has like a Mercurius, so that's cool. And you know, at least you go and hit it. That's fine. It is what it is. This is the final booster from the left-hand side, so we are closing in on halfway. But if the other side is as good as this side, then woo! Okay, last card is a Scout. Scout is Scout is an interesting card because we only really got I think it's I'm trying to think whether it's Trays but I think it's Miliardo in white that actually states either yeah, I think it's Miliardo Peacecraft that states that if this is on a Tolgis 2, then that's its named unit. Obviously, that wouldn't work for green unless you splash the two colors. But in my mind, and this is something that I was already kind of like, just pulling on this string with my play group, is that if a unit says a character's name like Kyrasu's Jigen, and you got Kyrasu, then that should be obviously a named unit with its named pilot on to make these cards playable, obviously, because without them they don't do anything. And I think it makes sense. It doesn't like break the thematics of the game or anything, and it just makes certain cards a little bit more playable. Like the Scouts Although if obviously Gaia, Ortega, and Dom, they all Gaia, Ortega, and the third guy, they all search each other out. They're all ultra rares. I don't know what they were thinking making those cards ultra rares. Um, but yeah, like if for some reason they will be blocked, then you could still like use scouts to search for one of them. We got a Bubbles to protect Nadia. I think yeah, Bubbles is like gives it gives the unit its own -1 health to give the unit that the family um, character is on +1 health. So kind of works for that deck. I mean, it's not mind blowing, but it's okay. Gotcha. Nothing really to talk about it. I don't think we should be getting vanillas in the third set of a game. Here's the other one, Danan Zon. Come on, look at this card. It looks amazing. Uh, this is definitely really, really strong. Becomes a 3/02 if you got a character with the family designation in play. And again, you can get it out on turn 2. Special Shield 1 can sometimes be useful, but yeah, it's a 3/02, so that's pretty cool. And I love the unit itself. We got an Armor. Really, really, really good card for Brown. Probably a bit underappreciated, but the fact that it's quick, the fact that it is battleship, so you can play it as well as a unit, as another unit, and that obviously it supplies and it comes into play on in reroll. It does everything really that a battleship must do. The 2 card cost doesn't hurt Brown that much because most of their card economy is like super cheap, and this definitely worthwhile paying the 2 costs for. This should be our foil. A Oh wow, okay, so we got a rare foil first of all. It's a Rakoa Londe's Masala after she goes back to the Titans. It's a good unit. The only downside is that it can only go to space. But besides that, this is definitely one of the better units of black. It's just a shame that it can only go to space. But it got a cool effect, and as pretty much all the Titans cards, it transforms and it gets high mobility. The effect's really cool because it kind of like, protects the weenies behind it. Goes there though. All right, for uncommons we have the Night Before the Final Battle. This is a phenomenal card. Shout out to Nate, who's just he's like done the best game with this particular card. It really is a card that you need to look out for if you play against blue. Trava's Return to the Battlefield. It's an okay card. Nothing special though, nothing to write about. Hilda Bidan, obviously the mother of Camille. It can be the basis of a bait deck. I can actually see something happen where you might have Hilda Bidan on like a battleship, and you put the expensive experimental unit on your opponent's card, and you just basically draw that out. But the problem is they need to have a child on that unit, which is really difficult to get. It's not impossible. There's a couple of female child new types that can be pushed over to your opponent's side, but it's a lot of card investment to make something, reliable work. So stays in the folder. We got a Zenscape Empire, a Titan supporter generator, and a Neo Xeon supporter. This is my favorite for it, by the way. And our rare is no rare. And our rare is no rare, guys. All right, this I well we got the Masala as a rare, so let's not be um you got a generator in a rare spot. Oh man, It's like you can just smell the inconsistency how they pack these boosters. Okay, so we are halfway through the box, 39 minutes into the video. This is gonna be a long video. I don't want to speed up because I'm savoring this moment, guys. This is probably the only time I'm doing this in my life. Probably the only time I'm doing this in my YouTube career. So, and I'm sure if you're here and you're watching this, you appreciate it as much as I am. Eiger is our first common. It's not the worst unit. It kind of, yeah, I mean, attack step, move one of your in play basic generation cards back into its original owner's hand. If your opponent does some shenanigans, tries to get rid of it, you can, I guess, react to it with Eiger. Or if your opponent puts like a nasty card on it, you can get rid of it. Here's John, as I mentioned. It's got 2 extra shooting points. When you put it on a board Jarnon, then it cannot be rolled by your opponent's card effects. So John on John's board Jarnon, it's a really good combo. It's going to be like an extra 4 shooting points on turn 2. If you get that combo in play, you can get some decent chunks of early damage in brown. We got Surrounded Fang. If you have less units than your opponent, one of your units gets preemptive attack. Not bad. Particularly for like green. Green doesn't have many preemptive attack cards besides Day 2, Shars, Zaku, the rare and the promo. Howard, another Howard. We've seen Howard. Howard's a good card. This should be our foil. It's not. It's a 5th Luna. Again, good for that colony drop deck. This should be our foil then. Which is rare as well. This is the card I did not want to see. Why'd you have to give it to me? Why'd you have to give it to me in foil? Oh man, I do not like this card, guys. It's not the worst card, but when I had like sort of my initial, when I started to build my initial collection, this was like the only sort of playable rare I had for blue. As like a top end, and you just you don't want to. It's a 2/5/2 cost. That's not good, and you get it as a 4/1/4. Just run the set 1 Regis. If anybody wants one, I'm gonna keep the foil, but I have non-foils that I'm looking to trade if you're interested. After telling that I don't like the card, we got Marvet Fingerhat Zoloat, which is another funny card because it doesn't really do anything. The only it's so you can make it work by running. There is a character in black in Titans, sort of the leader of the Titans. Can't remember his name. Basically, you can pay something. His effect is that it makes all generations black. Because you're not really gonna come up against a black deck, let's be honest. But yeah, if you want to make this work, you can turn your opponent's generators into black, but the joke is that if you do that, your opponent's probably not gonna be able to play anything unless they have the promo purple cards. And even the promo purple cards won't actually affect Marvet Fingerhead Zoloat, really. So there is a combo to make this card work consistently, but there's absolutely no point. So it's just funny. Resin Schneider. This is a good pilot. 2/1/1 and gives you basically immunity against single target command cards. It's a cool card. I like this card actually. It's unfortunate that she's probably not going to see any play because you're always going to run new types in Neo Zeon. And then we got Heavy Steps. Again, it doesn't really do a huge amount. Move up to X number of your destroy unit cards to the original owner's hand, where X equals your total generator power. You basically kind of want to. Okay, this is funny because we literally played with Derek yesterday, the day before I recorded this, and he pulled off this massive combo with his brown deck. He wide range weaponed 6 of my units. If I would have had heavy steps, I could have say I wouldn't have I would have wanted to save all 6 of them because your hand limit is still only 6 unless this is the only card in your hand. But yeah, I could have gotten a few because you need to basically play this as a reaction to when your units are being destroyed and you can get them back in your hand. But like how extremely fucking niche that situation would be where this would be useful to like be able to actually bring up. It might be good for like that one-off card that you definitely don't want to lose, but why not just run something that brings cards back from the junkyard? Okay, we got an destination. We have a militia supporter. We have a Cosmo Babylonian citizen. And our rare is the sound of the crushing life. I think this card is really, really, really good. Um, I have the playset already, so if you guys want one copy of this, then you know, let's work out a trade. This is a really good card, particularly for the faction that has both uh, assassination and public execution. So actually getting rid of pilots is not that difficult. And then you got a really cool single target removal. The only card like this in the whole game, because yes, you got cards that damage, but you're not guaranteed to remove. This is gonna do it. Really, really, really cool card. Okay, our next. What if the last one is super rare? Man, it's really a shame that there's only 12 boosters in here. Okay, well, let's see. We start with a Lagun. God, this is not a good card. Uh, Manupichi, again, not a good card. Oda's Meganeck. This one gets +1 attack point when it has a set on character. Not bad. Good for that desert deck I was talking about. We have Looking for a Spy. I was kind of toying with the idea for kind of like using this to remove key cards from your opponents. I think it moves stuff from the so you tap it and it either sends the top 2 cards in either player's discard pile to the junkyard or removes 2 cards in either player's junkyard from gameplay. So really, like this is really good against. It's an absolute nightmare against Brown because Brown's gonna rely on both their discard and junkyard to get stuff out. But I don't think like 2 really makes much of a difference. You can probably keep their junkyard under control and kind of shut down White Doll, for example, that just brings something back, or it also shuts down their voucher or vulture, what it should have been called really, and it has been called vulture in Japanese. Um, but yeah, there's potential in this card. There is definitely potential in this card. Okay, we got Intercept. Intercept is just, it's a good, really good defensive card. Gives all your units +2 health until the end of the turn with the Prevent 3. This is a really good card. But then again, Blue's got a bunch of really good commands, so no surprise there. Our, we got a foil Kyrasu, which is a really cool card. Again, underrated in black, and I'm really happy to see this as a foil. It's well costed. 142 is actually reasonable for a card. It's a colony, so it can only go up to defend, but it can actually target its wide range weapon onto Earth if you spend 2. No, sorry, roll it and spend 1. And you can change the target of its wide range weapon from space to Earth. Yeah, ultimately, you have to pay 1 for the 3 wide range weapon. and you have to roll it and pay another one to. But nobody really, you know, this gives you like a really flexible way to be able to defend in black. This and the other guy we started with, I think it was pack 2. Wasn't here because he was one of the commons. Those two cards give you a really good, yeah, there you go. Sheetarn and Kyrasu Jilly give you a really cool kind of defensive force in black. And if you really want to utilize the big sweepers that you get in black, then you basically just want to hold on. You want to be able to, get some good defensive units out until you kind of draw into the good stuff. And these two guys will definitely do that for you. So yeah, this is definitely going here because I'm happy to see this guy. There you go. Put it next to the political privilege. First opening is a political privilege. Unbelievable. Then we got RBO Pippin Eden. Really, really, really good character for black. First of all, it's a 1/1/1/130 cost, so you don't have to pay for it. And it basically will, you pay 1, and as long as it is in a squad of 2 or more units, all unit cards in the squad are at preemptive strike or assault. So you can either go up against units of the same size as you and preemptive them, or if they are smaller than your guys, then you just assault through them. It's really, really good. Obviously, you're out of luck if you're going up against a larger unit, but again, black can deal with that as well. So RBO Pippinate, and if you just want like a basic black deck with just like relatively good cards in it, this is a really good character. We got a difference of opinion. It's an okay card actually. It allows you to just get rid of a bunch of cards from the junkyard. This is the only card in red that does that, and it can be again really useful against those decks that bring stuff back from the junkyard. Yeah, I didn't finish with the other one. Which card was it? Yeah, the looking for a spy as well as difference of opinion. Obviously, it's not just brown, but you need to think about red can bring a unit back from the junkyard. White can bring a unit back from the junkyard. I do believe blue can also bring stuff back from the junkyard. So these kind of cards that have the ability to clear out your opponent's junkyard, they can be really good against some shenanigans. Mother Nature, no one's ever gonna play it. Forget about it. And then we have Earth-Fed Nation. We have Zenscape Empire. We have White Fang Supporter. And our rare is a Rulura. It's an okay card. I guess we're bound to see a few cards that I already have. So it is what it is. I like Rulura. It's a good card, but doesn't really fit my playstyle. But it can create a bunch of copies of itself with star 2 health, and you just put this guy to the back, and it's a battleship with 3 supply, 3 shooting points, 5 health. It does a bunch of good stuff. Absolutely. Okay, we have another Papua. Not looking good there for saving any boosters. Oh, we got Evil S, the third unit for the Denanje Denanzo units. This is a 1/1/2. But if you got, Nadia, or basically another character that's got family, then again you get this ability to remove 2 cards from your opponent's junkyard from play. So just another one of those tool cards that actually can be quite useful in some decks. You can kind of build this extremely low cost deck with Denanje, Denanzo, and I will probably run 2 Evil S as well, just to be able to clear out junkyards, just in case. Raw Fazenda was wood. I actually did look into kind of trying to build a deck in brown where I would play this, pop this, reoccur this to get my opponent to 10 pollution counters, but yeah, I don't think you can do it reliably just with brown. Maybe if you splash white, it could be a bit better, but then I'd much rather recommend to run the Earth Freezing Project um, colony drop deck. The Leo equipped with high mobility boosters. Really wish this card could go to space. If this card could go to space, it would be really, really, really good. The fact that it can only go to Earth, um, it's actually worse than the that Zaku 2 we looked at, the Fenrir Army unit, because that, at least that's a 2-1-2. This is a 2-0-2, and it can also only go to Earth. Admittedly, this comes to playing a reroll, whereas that draws you a card when it's removed. I'd rather draw a card when it's removed than get this card in reroll, because why not just run the 1-cost Leo? Um, either of the two Leos. You got the Maramai Army model, just the regular Leo that you get in the starter, and they're both better than this one, so whatever. Rupatsino's Tomlia. This is actually a decent card for black. In the bubble of black, it's good. The fact that it can turn into the helicopter, actually, it can be useful. Again, it's kind of hit with this, it can only go to Earth kind of stigma that black has. Most of the units can only go to either Earth or space. This definitely suffers from that. This should be our foil. And another joke. Um, Contio. It's even worse than the meme, though. Seriously. 251 cost for a 424 special shield 1, and I believe it can ping one of your opponent's units for 1. So, like, compare this with the heavy equipment type Gear Doga, and you will see that the two cards are in the same vein. This actually has 2 additional stats, but I think the fact that this comes down a turn early and is just a really good support just makes all the difference. All the difference. There you go. I mean, it's a nice looking foil, though. I'll give you that for sure. Put this here, and then we got shooting at close range. Um, this is another card that has potential in it, but really to make the Red Comet a 4 damage rather than a 3. Really, what it does is that it just counteracts all the special shield ones that they printed on half of the cards in this expansion. So yeah, Confession of the Truth. Um, not good. Another Caress Gilly, a really good card again. As I said, with the foil, I like this card a lot. And then we got Cosmo, Babylonian, Neo Zeon, and Earthfed. And our rare is a Viate. So we hit the duo. We got a Mercurius, we got a Viate. Viate is objectively better than Mercurius. Mercurius gets special shield 2, whereas this guy gets wide range weapon 2. In both cases, you can discard a card to put a +2/+2/+2 coin on these cards. It's crazy that they come up with the corner already scuffed. How shit quality is that, though? Guys, be careful with the edges of these cards, because I've only just opened it and there is a tiny piece of the front layer that's already come off. You might be able to see it there. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, Viate is objectively better. Again, check out that mobile doll deck that Derek put together. There's 3 boosters left. I mean, we're gonna keep going. I want to hit another super rare, ultra rare even, I should say. Although I'm extremely happy with Sazabi, but as long as there is a chance for that Bialan, I'm gonna keep going. If this has the Bialans, man, does it? Nope. Damn. It's a Horst Harns. Works in the colony deck, so that's something. Jin Janahime, basically a fake operation. If your opponent removes one of your destroys one of your cards, you remove that one. White Fang. White Fang, what does it do? Yeah, it negates the play of one of your opponent's command cards that target only one card and send it to the junkyard. There's actually a bunch of cards that White Fang stops. I'm actually thinking about doing sort of these videos where I would take a card like White Fang and go through all the factions, all the cards in all the factions that are like single target command cards that affect your unit, to actually like kind of bring into highlight how good a White Fang can be in a deck, and actually not just how good White Fang can be in a deck, but with Reply and White Fang, you actually have access to two really good counters for White. So White and Red, they really have it all. They really, really, really have it all. False Mustache, it's probably the funniest card in the whole set. I'm yet to watch the anime why this even happens. And there's absolutely no use for this card in the game. I literally cannot think of a situation, I cannot think of a card where you would want a card to say turn 8 on them. Fighting for whom? This one, send one card of your choice from your hand to the junkyard when this card goes to the battle area. All unit cards controlled by either player get the effect below. So basically taxes your opponents and your units as well if either of you wants to go up to battle. If I understand it correctly, if your opponent doesn't have any cards in their hands or you don't have any cards in your hands, you can't send up the units. But I might be wrong. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. And we got a foil Leo with the boosters. This could have been something better. We got Kate Bush for our uncommon. Not much to say about her. We got a G armor. Funny thing is that it can turn into a Gundam. Take it or leave it. We got Lala Soon, which is actually a draw engine for, well, predominantly red. It doesn't have to be just red, because it only needs one red generator. But yeah, as long as you got 2 or less cards in your hand, you draw up to 3. At the end of that turn. So yeah, you need to control a player who is controlling one or more character cards with both male and new type designation and has 2 or fewer cards in their hand can draw up to until they have 3 cards in their hand. So actually your opponent can benefit from this as well. Didn't realize that. It's still good though. We got a Principality of Zeon, we have a brown and another brown generator, and our rare is Authority of Mariah. So I actually don't have any copies of this, if I'm correct. No cards in the station area can be the target of your opponent's command cards. Destroy this card when you receive any battle damage. Again, it's one of those cards that does have some level of opportunity, and is one of those stall cards again that kind of, you got access to it with black, and unfortunately we only have 2 boosters left in the box, as you can see. The rest is empty. We do have some tiny pieces of glue that gave up over time. I'm definitely going to keep this box. And well, it seems that there will be no boosters left for the Wicked at the end of this opening, which is a bit unfortunate, but let's open a booster at the bottom. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to spice it up a little bit, how we do this. You know what really worked out? When I just slapped the front card off. That was a good start. But I tried it and we got a Regis, so maybe not. That is a sumo equipped with pochettes. Okay, so we didn't find the BLon, let's be honest. But we still got two really good and two really useful ultra rares. So this sumo, it's a fantastic card because it's got high mobility. Although it can only go to Earth. It's got that usual high mobility curse on it. But this is definitely a card I desperately wanted. Desperately wanted, and neither ultra rares I didn't have any copies of. So yeah. So 242 cost, bit expensive, 313, so you don't get a lot of value, but it's high mobility, which is massive, and you can transform it, uh, and it does get the space unit type as well, but it loses high mobility. So you probably don't want to do that. But the fact that he's still a high mobility unit is amazing. This is like immediately going into my brown deck pretty much. And the Sazabi probably I'm gonna be building around it. So yeah, our rare is the Regis, as you guys could see. We got three generators. We got a Nalala soon, a G Armor, Kate Bush, and for commons we got the Gotcha, another Denon Son. No foil in this one, interestingly. Army or well, obviously the ultra rares. Nicky Roberts, really cool, really cool card. I actually run this in my green deck, and a Tuberov. So there's one booster left. I hit the two ultra rares. The chances of it being a rare that I need is extremely low. I do have one booster of set one, now and forever. I think the right thing to do is to put this next to it on the shelf. There's also a hobby exclusive unopened one there, so that's the best thing I can do, guys, just for putting this there. And maybe one day I'll get a set 2 booster to go up there as well, but it's not looking like this. And if you have watched this video this far, I'm sure there is a level where you do appreciate that. So let's do a quick recap, and then we'll finish off here. So we started with a copy of the Political Privilege, which I'm extremely super happy about. I think the old school baseball cap on the side and the old Piccolo man did bring me luck. We hit this. We hit a foil Kyrasu Jigen. Second pack, we hit the Sazabi, I think. Second pack it was. Amazing. We got a foil Gyaradoga. We got a foil Karas Julie. So obviously, this is going in a deck. This is going in a deck. This is going in a deck. This is going in a deck immediately. The Sumo's going in a deck. Excuse me. Deck immediately. And we also hit the Authority of Maria and the Political Privilege, which are two rares I didn't have any copies of. So I think overall a very successful booster box opening. And I did manage to keep one booster. And I tried to keep more. It was... sorry guys. But I still hope you enjoyed this video. If ever I get a chance to find another one of these boxes, I promise I will share it with you guys. I will say if it's a set one box, I'm probably not gonna open it. There's so many of those cards in circulation. No ultra rares in set one either, so none of the particularly, you know, scarce chase cards. So if I get a set one box, it's probably gonna go up there. Set two, set three box. If I ever get another one, I'm gonna open it with you guys.